It says, for though we walk in the flesh. It's as if Paul was to say, what a pity, right? As if Paul was to say, what a pity we walk in the flesh, because he says, though we walk in the flesh, as if to say, this isn't the best thing that can happen to one. Unfortunately, we are walking in the flesh. It's like to accept a reality. Though we walk in the flesh, he says, we do not war according to the flesh. This is the science of this. Okay, we are human beings who walk in the flesh, but we do not expect anything from her. We don't militate according to her. There is an infidelity here of Paul towards the flesh. He says, I walk in the flesh, but I don't trust it. Neither militate according to or expect anything from her. That's what he's trying to say. Do you understand it that way? Though we walk in the flesh, we don't militate, as if to say the word militate is as a soldier that militates in a battle. So then, he that walks in the flesh has a battle because he walks in the flesh. And he has a daily battle with infirmities, with prosperity, with responsibilities, with several things for walking in the flesh. But Paul, it's as if he found something here, a provision, help. Look, we walk in the flesh, but don't worry. You don't have to militate according to. So then the question comes, Paul, then what do you recommend? So here's the recommendation. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Notice, they don't come from the flesh. You can't expect anything from her. In the Old Testament, they would come from the flesh. The only thing, no one could fulfill the law. Everyone was unfaithful. But in the Old Testament, they were carnal. Weapons were carnal. You fast, you prayed a lot. Remember Moses prayed and his arms would come down, and when they would get tired for long prayers, the nation would lose the battle. And then Joshua would lift up his arms, and then they would start to win the battle again, because in the Old Testament, it was according to how you worked. Your victory depend on that. The problem is that the flesh is very faithful to its condition, and eventually it would make you lose the battle. Because to walk in the flesh is not easy. Therefore, God established a better covenant upon better promises, teaching you that this isn't about the way you pray or the way you kneel down or the abstinences of foods, observations, ceremonies, anointment with oil, hard body treatment. Our weaponry, they're not carnal. Doesn't come out of something you do. As we see, the Protestant religious system, their weaponry depends on what they do. You hear them. If you don't pray, the devil is going to take you. If you don't read the Bible every day, be careful and maintain. Be careful. Don't look here nor there, because they depend on the flesh. But Paul says, listen, do whatever you do, you're going to lose. Because the weapons of our warfare are powerful. Say, our weaponry are powerful. In the like manner, these spiritual weapons are very powerful when you know how to use them correctly. The angels, they work wonders. Though God gives them to you, if you don't know how to use them, even here in this ministry, there are people that the weapons are good for nothing. But for others, it's very beneficial.